Alright, got a pre-fish update for you. It is 11 o'clock and I think I might have had one bite. Struggling. We've started to find some fish finally, but still can't get them to bite. So, there's Brady. Yeah. Pre-fish update, 1 o'clock, one catfish, no bass, no real plan at this stage, apart from keep casting. I don't know. I'm sold there is not enough bass in Wivenhoe.
Flying round for our 13 Fishing Bass Pro Series for 2024. It's an X-Braid round here at Wivenhoe, and X-Braid have given us a few bonus prizes that we'll give away on Friday afternoon.
Bring your talent. Good looks. I can do that. I can do that. Cool. Yeah, mate, we'll.
So, really good draw. Didn't record much. I have MJ tomorrow, and Ruben I have on the next day. I keep calling Friday, it's Saturday and Sunday, but it's not. So, where's the best lighting? That way. So, Mark Lennox and Matty Johnson. So, good draw. There's Coney. Coney's here for our light. I can see your doodle. Oh, hang on. Better fix my doodle up. Don't want my little doodle falling out. Okay, this morning is not as windy at this point in time as yesterday, but we'll see when we get around the point. I'm with MJ today. We are in an Alpha 19. It's a 199, isn't it?
Yep.
Legend. So it's a shame we can't go fast, because I do enjoy the ride in an Alpha. We have Braden here in front of us, and everyone else. The whole field's in front of us. We can only do 6 knots, so yeah. Wish us luck, and we'll hopefully get a fish on camera this time. See what happens. Fancy meeting you here.
Hey. You expected it was going to be any different?
We have moved to spot number 2, and one wasn't successful, so it's not far from the other one. It's still in the crowd. Oh, look at those fish. I've got to go. Bye. Hope he did well. Alright, what else I'll do across the camera so I remember what I've done. Oh, that's right, I don't have to remember anything. I've fucking done anything. I am on Zero's Donuts, and it is, what time is it? 1 o'clock. So, what time we got to leave here? What time? 10 to 2. So we're sort of in the last hour. Bonus is I only have to catch 3. Somebody else I know is going to catch 5. But, anyway, don't catch them sitting down. Okay, that is a wrap on day 1 at Wivenhoe. It's still a shithole. That's a wrap on day 1 at Wivenhoe. explain it without swearing. Anyway, it's terrible. Guys did catch him. We didn't today. Had fun with MJ. Learn a lot. It's good to go out with people. It's still learning when you're not catching any fish. But it was tough. Now, I can't give you any more information than that. I don't even know how the other guys caught him. It was a one-lane boat ramp, so I was stuck there waiting for MJ to put his boat on. I backed it down and did all of my stuff. So I didn't see any of the results. But anyway, that's just on mine. We'll stop whinging and look forward to tomorrow. The only thing with Wivenhoe, it's like some said, three keggers and you could probably still win it. So anyway, I will go home, have some dinner, probably ring the family for moral support, and start again tomorrow. Alright, good morning everyone. We are here at, where are we? Wivenhoe, still second day. It was a long day yesterday. I am with Mark today. Ruben. Oh, where'd Ruben come from? I'll have to ask you about that one. So Mark Lennox today, but we're in the Tinny Brigade. If you have a look here, we're in the borrowed boat. Everyone borrows this boat at some stage during the year. It's his second boat. Barry brings it every round. It's Barry Reynolds' boat. Eva Jane, everyone knows it. Because Mark's got no electric, so we're using Eva Jane today. But Brookfield. Unfortunately, this whole week there has been no fish captures on camera, so this will be quite a boring video, and I apologise for that. But hopefully Mark's going to put me on some fish and we'll be a little bit different today. Anyway, we're just about to hit the start, so the next time you see me we'll be reeling in 3+ kegger. Not. Good luck. Good luck, Stevie. See you, clowns. We're out here. Right. This is a check-in. We're moving from our first spot. We hit the rock wall over there for nothing. Now we're going to spot number 2.
25 minutes later, we'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be a long drive. I lay down and have a sleep. Plenty of room. So, once again, as I keep rattling on to you guys, go out and co-boat and you learn something. Have a look at this. So we are goddamn in the middle of nowhere, and I mean you wouldn't want to try and swim. I'd drown before I got to any bank. We are miles from any structure. There is a river channel out here, but we're out on the flats, and what Mark's been doing is what Mark's been doing is just driving around looking for a fish suspended around that 15-foot mark, casting a plastic to them, and they've been eating it. So the hardest thing is finding them, because they are individual fish, they're not schooled fish. Have a look. There's 2 of them in there. It's in there beautifully. They're in good nick because they come out of shallow water. They didn't come out of deep water. But we know that they'll eat if we can find them. The hard thing is we're driving around for a half an hour looking for one individual eating fish. So a lot of people fishing schooled fish. We're doing the total opposite. But another technique learned today that I will use in the future. So yeah, just get out there, be a co-boater, join the ranks and learn heaps. Cheapest charter you'll ever do. Know if you'll hear me over the motor, but that's all good. We're heading back in. Rube, you ended up with three really good fish. I reckon they'll be over a keg and a half each nearly. So you know, be happy with that any other time. Happy with that bag of Sinclair. Definitely happy with that bag of Blue Rock. But yeah, we're heading in now. I'm going to piss off as soon as I get back. It's no events, I will celebrate with Mick at St Clair. If he finishes, or well, Mick, Tony, or Braden, whoever wins AOY, I'll celebrate with them at the grand final. Catch up with everyone at the grand final. I'll do a recap after I punched in a few hours and had some time to reflect. But Wivenhoe kicked my ass, double donuts, but once again still learned something. So if you walk away from a comp learning something, I've learned 2 new techniques this weekend, one from MJ, obviously one from Ruben. So that's it for me. I will talk to you all later. Probably wraps up a year. I wanted to do how to be a co-boater. I wanted to show the experience, and yeah, some things I learned was it doesn't matter who you draw, it's always a good experience. It is what you make of it, so if you choose to have a good time, you will definitely have a good time. I met some new people. I met some people that I've known for years. We got to meet them on a better level by spending 7 hours in the boat with them. I learnt more this year as a co-boater than I probably have for the last 3 years boating by myself. I learnt that towards the end of my boating, I wasn't as adaptive as a lot of these hammers are. So I've really learned how to adapt a little bit better to situations. It's been a really good experience to finish off my tournament fishing with co-boating and doing that, because I learned so much. Interested in co-boating, I suggest just give it a go. You know, it doesn't matter if you go and camp by yourself and jump on the boat. You'll get to learn you'll get to meet people and learn which people you want to hang around with. There's some stellar people that I'd still love to fish with, and probably will throughout time, but not on a full-time level. I just can't. I've got to put some money aside from around Australia trip. I can't keep travelling to 7 ABTs and 5, you know, Bass Electrics and Central Victorian lure casters and quad comps and everything else. So something has to give, and it's obviously full-time tournament fishing. So, but enough about that. Get on to being a co-boater. There has been a slow decline, and I don't know why, because it was probably my most enjoyable year for the last 3 or 4 years this year. So get onto it, don't be afraid of it, and enjoy yourself. That made driving to Queensland worthwhile to come home with the AOY title. I absolutely bombed at Wivenhoe, and Jake went, I think he ended up second. So without doing that trip to Queensland, Jake would have overtaken me for the AOY. So I'm glad he talked me into going up. If there was anyone that I was happy to lose the title to, Jake would have been in. So we battled it out all year. We camped together all year, and we put the gauntlet down for the Queensland rounds, and that's where it ended up. That I snuck in with that 5th place at Somerset thanks to that one big 3 kegger, which got me over the line and secured the AOY. But if I hadn't gone to Queensland, Jake's 2nd place at Wivenhoe would have won him the title. He would have ended up above me. So sorry, Jake, but not sorry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the boys next year. Obviously, this was my retirement year. I've been trying to retire for about 5 years, and the urge just keeps bringing me back. So this is not retirement as in I'm walking away from the sport. I will continue to be involved. I will do the odd round here and there just to catch up with the lads. But as for full-time or full tournament series stuff, that's not going to happen. So I'll concentrate on the Bass Electrics, getting that back up and running, and so I can hand that over to the young guys to look after from there on in, put it into safe hands. But yes, that's a big year, absolutely massive year. If we go all the way back to Blue Rock, I had Frank Cabaretta and Cole Robinson. Then at Glen Maggie, I had Paul Piper and Mick Johnson. So that was my draw in the Victorian rounds. Walked away with first and a third, I think it was. And close mate Benny Farrow walked away with 2 seconds. So we were even on points for AOY after the Victorian rounds. Then we went up to the New South Wales rounds. Clarence River was a good one for me. I had a couple of locals. I drew a couple of locals. Tyson Everly and Tegan Heath was my draw. Tegan kicked ass on the reef down there. Tyson I bombed out. I actually had a donut after day one. Tegan took me down to the reef and I actually killed it down there. Once again, got some really big bass, so thanks to Tegan for putting me on the fish down there. Then I was on to the Richmond River. I had Tim Price and Nick Bruni. Tim took me up the Wilson. We caught some fish late in the session. We worked out something with the Simusi and just a really late bite. We struggled most of the morning. We got that really late bite, kept me in contention. I thought, yep, this is it. I can pretty much wrap up the AOY here. If I do really well, and that bombed out the next day with Nick Bruni. So I only had I was lucky enough to land one fish there, but Nick had some problems, some electric problems that he thought he'd fix the night before, and it didn't really work to my favour. We had no electric motor. We had fairly big tide, so we couldn't really sit where he wanted to sit. We come in about 2 hours early and finished that one off way down. I think I ended up in about 24th place. So that left me with the decision to want to go to Queensland or risk letting Jake overtake me. So I didn't decide to go to Queensland until the last thing. So it was Jake that actually probably talked me into it. Day one at Somerset, pre-fish I got to do with Mully, Steve Muldoon. I hadn't pre-fished with Mully before. I also pre-fished with Luke. Used my boat obviously for the first 2 comps. Luke couldn't come up to this one, so I organised Steve Muldoon and I pre-fished with him at both Somerset and Wivenhoe. At Somerset, started out day one with Dane Price, was able to put an absolute giant in the well, 3 kilo plus fish. Then day two, I had Greg Burke, put a couple in the well, which pushed me up into 5th place and probably secured the AOY from there. Then Wivenhoe, what a draw. The first draw that I got this year of absolute hammers and guns and of the sport. I drew MJ day one and ended up with a big fat donut. We both did. We struggled. We went down to the car park and then we went back up to the banks. We watched people catching fish. We just had one of those days, but learned a heap from MJ and it was a really good day out on the water. To day two, ended up with Mark Lennox, aka Ruben, and we went out there and I donutted again, but he got 3 really, really nice fish. He was targeting individual fish, sounding around, going over a fish in probably 30-foot mark, trying to find that one solitary fish at 15 feet and then casting back at it. So a new technique I learned there. It was really really cool to be involved with. But squeezed in with that 5th place at Somerset for the AOY title. All the round sponsors, all the sponsors behind me on the screen here. I'd like to thank everyone for their support this year, and yeah, on to the next stage for me fishing wise. I'm still going to be involved, but I'm just not sure which way I'm going to do it. I am 20 hours into the trip. I'm probably past the stage of hallucinating. I'm back to a normal level to drive the rest of the way home, but yeah, I've got 2 hours left. I'm going to get home and give the family big hugs and yeah, celebrate the AOY title. So thank you for everyone that was involved. Thanks to the guys that I camped with. Thanks for every boater, and thanks to Luke for the start of the year to be the travel partner, and yeah, thanks to Mully for the last 2 comps for pre-fishing. So anyway, grand final, and that will wrap it all up. So thank you, and talk to you all later. I will be I don't even know how to close this off, but